You're now watching two old farts making noises.
Hey, we are live.
Hello,
I'm
live
just
people.
getting into the groove here.
Live and alive.
We're live in life. David's getting into the groove. David took
Yeah, well,
he took his meds today, so he's good.
no.
So
I just talked to the doctor. I'm okay. So that's why. So I'm okay.
you're gonna
So,
live.
Keep this way.
well, yeah. Well, this afternoon anyway. I don't know what happens
Okay.
tomorrow, but whether or not I
Yeah.
should wake up tomorrow
What's your
morning.
plan? You have a
That's
big
right.
plan.
And
Some kind of
listen,
project.
big plans.
just so we're clear, dying on our show, bad form. I'm just letting you know.
No, Stephen, because it will be all over the internet, mate. People will be making
That's
shorts
true.
of it.
Oh, and
Because
they'll have short, and
I should be
we'll
going.
take off. All right. Well, then listen. Take one for the team, and there you go.
Yeah, so I guarantee success. We will, the people will be replaying that. They'll have it as a meme on their phones and like the whole shebang. So,
that'd be awesome. Yeah. That's crazy talk, but we like it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Well,
let's get going. What do we got going on today? We're with Adam.
Adam, we're all going to die someday, are we not? Because you're the death expert. Am I gonna...
Yes and no. That's my answer. It's
See?
fine
Yeah.
now.
There we go.
That's the way this.
You are
That's the
gonna
way
die
to start
and
a
you're
show.
not. And
That's
to
the
be
start of the
honest,
show.
you're gonna be dying forever. I mean,
That's
time one after another.
But here's the cool thing: because of this, you live forever.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we're immortals now.
Yeah, but it's like a game, right? Like each time when you log on to a game, you have a different name and your different face and different alter.
You, Adam, have made me immortal because I'm on a show with you. So you and Stephen and myself.
No, not me. There is no me. There is no you. There is no Stephen. It's us. One thing.
All right.
We are the same thing.
This really is the.
We'll be talking about this also because I read something. Besides many things that we'll talk about, and today we're gonna see new stuff, new works also.
Yeah,
I'm
very excited about that.
Really, I'm excited too because
if we don't all die before then, of course.
Okay, we have already we're dying every moment, and we're
already dead, David.
Yeah, we're reborn again all the time.
Yeah.
And I watched a film, by the way. It was called The Last Duel. It was a medieval film.
Right.
Who was playing the guys who did I forget the names. Anyway, it was a very nice movie.
Alzheimer's. Sorry.
It wasn't so popular.
Right.
But from Ridley Scott.
Okay.
We know him. Like he's 85.
Right.
He's already making great movies.
Yeah. I saw the promo for that. That looked really good, but it didn't take off at all.
It was really nice. It was really nice film, but I just recalled it because we were talking about death, and they were talking about the women orgasm, and they were calling it at the time "little death," and I think this is historically accurate. So the priests were asking the girls, the noble girl, that do you have with your husband little deaths? Oh, I think I have, but so that's what they say, that orgasm is kind of a death.
I know I've been with many women that wish they were dead after they had one with me. So yes, so I can see that. Yeah.
So the question killed a lot of women. The question is then, for whom is the death?
For everybody who experiences orgasm. It happens also to men. For example, for me, I will be honest. For me, after orgasm, the 5 minutes after orgasm, I'm really, really. It's the only time I feel free.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I just lay down and I don't need anything, nothing.
Did she release you after then, or take all the bondage straps off and and
I don't know.
untie you, and
It's also it's a thing with the body. It's also a thing with the mind, with the psyche. I don't know. It's a mixture of things. That's probably
you
what they called it a little death.
you do realize that most women think that 5 minutes after a man has had an orgasm that they're just going to go to sleep. So you're quite remarkable that you're still awake 5 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, I'm awake more than 5 minutes. To be honest,
I see. I think sex and orgasm is overrated for the women because I'm a generous lover. I think the woman should have the orgasm first, unless they're a pain in the ass. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I just need to come and I'm good. I need to have my scotch and cigar. Perfect. So I'm okay with that. But no, it's, I don't know if I call it a mini death. It depends on the girl. Some girls have orgasms that the whole neighborhood hears and they shake and they tremble and it's a thing.
Yeah.
And other girls have an orgasm where they drop their nails.
It's not on the girl. It depends on the couple actually, because they're both doing jobs. It's never that the girl alone. Okay,
that's
alone.
what I'm doing.
Sorry,
the works that I will show. The works
you
that I
have
will
to
show.
do something. Do you have to do something?
Yeah, you actually have to be there. You have to be in the same room, David. So
I thought I just had to. They said to me when I would just lie back and think of England. And I've been doing that for years. I've been doing that for years. I mean, hey, come on, guys. Effort. What's all that about?
Hi. So the works we're going to see today.
Let's see the works because they are related. They're related to what we're talking about because
to death,
about eroticism in a way. Because it's a kind of I'm following some a series that actually is not a series that I do one after another. I do one piece in a year or 2 years, and another. So it was a series in time, but now I'm going to be more specific with it in time. So I'm going to do some things, some works that will follow, and it's called The Erotic Void.
Ooh.
So we have the Erotic Void 5 and 6 here today. The Erotic Void also is behind me, which we'll talk later because this is a physical piece. But we will see the digital because the physical is based on the digital.
Wow, that is gorgeous, my friend.
Yeah, but this is something else. This is our image.
Yeah, we have to go back to the beginning for this one because we ran it
we'll
through before we came on.
Later.
So
yeah. This is the first one, and this is called. Let me because I don't always remember the names. The Game of the One with Itself.
Oh wow!
And it's the Erotic Void 6, and it's actually referring about masturbation. If you look closely, the girl is you can see the hand.
Ah, I see. Very nice.
Yeah. But I will talk a little about this technique a little because
can you tell us how it's made, Adam? Because that's what I'm always fascinated to know.
It's made like always in the 3D in my programs, and but it's following now. I've been talking before about refraction and transparency in mediums that I like models like humans that I've used, but I've used them more in a way of caustics. You remember the light that goes and makes the envelopes, and the model is turned off. We don't see the model. We see only the refractions from the caustics. But here we can see the model, but the model has got a medium, a material onto it, like a glass or water, a material that is transparent. And the transparent material can actually show, what's behind or around. It depends on one property, on one setting that's called IOR. It's called index of refraction because actually it's refracting the environment. So it's the better term for it is refractions. So I don't know. I'm going to create another series, I think, also that will be called maybe bodies of refractions. And depending on this number, the IOR, the refractions that you see, you can see that there are lines around her.
Right.
And on her, the lines, they wrap and they create like different kind of structure. And there are other things that you cannot see on the image as a background, but they are elsewhere. But on the model, you can see them because it's refracting this way. And it has a big number of refraction. For example, just for the number, I'll tell you that the slower the number, the less refraction happens. That means that it's more see-through. It's like if you put your hand behind the glass, because the glass is thick. It's not very thick. It's very thin. You see the same thing like you would. But if you take a box of glass and you put your hand, you will see difference. Or if you take a sphere, you see that you will, first of all, you will turn the nature of the sphere because it curves what you see. Where also happens this, it happens with the black holes. It curves the environment, the space-time. So we can see sometimes if it's very heavy object, very heavy. We see it with galaxies or a cluster of galaxies. We can see what's behind them, which is it's curving the space-time. So it allows the light to go around like this. Anyway, so coming back to those, I really like this style, and I'm going to keep on this because it's also very, aligned to my philosophy. Because sometimes we say that, we are the reflections of the others. Well, if you talk about reflection as a visual property, we're not reflections, because what we reflect is the opposite all the time. We are refractions of the others and refractions of the environment. The refraction here, the transparency, but with refraction, acts like a filter. So we are filters, actually, each one of us. I mean, the humans, but I mean every living organism, depending on the activity that it has developed through the years, through the thousand millions of years of evolution, can create. So I think that refraction is more suitable as a visual context for describing what we actually are. And now you can see here on this image that she is refracting the environment. There's nothing on her actually besides the model and the transparent material and the eye, or the number of refraction. So the filter is the refraction, the number of refraction. So what changes in us, I believe, so to put it schematically and as a metaphor, of course, is that we have a different level of number. We have different number of refraction. So we refract the environment and the others in a different way. That's why we are different. We are different characters. And what makes the number change? Our life, what happens in our life, and the impact of what's happening to our personalities and characters. And this changes the number. So this is the second one. This is called the subjective desire of necessity, and it's the erotic void 5. They have like two names, but it's one name. Actually, they belong to the erotic void series, but it's number 5, and the one before was number 6. And we can see here the couple here, and we can see the eroticism also with the colors, but also with the position of the bodies. I created also a video for this, which I haven't posted anywhere. I will post probably tomorrow. So today we are seeing things that I didn't post even on my Facebook, on my Insta, nowhere.
World premiere.
So it's a premiere.
Did you want to run the? Did you want to run the clip, or do you want to do those after we've been through your slideshow?
No, you can run, because because I when I do those, because I work on 3D, I also think during the static creation of the image, I'm also thinking about the movie, how I can put motion to the image. So that it has it's interesting, and it's got to do with what I'm trying to say here. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a short clip, so we're going to run it.
Yeah. Show the clips.
Here we go.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you can see here what I mean. That when the lines behind them are moving, look how beautiful they are onto they are projected on the bodies,
Right.
Yeah.
and you can see how the body and how the form is formulated through this property. And I love it actually.
I must admit, it may be because I'm colorblind, I think, but I have a great deal of difficulty in. It just looks like, oh, it's going to sound awful. It just looks like a lump of brown.
So
But it wasn't until,
you are colorblind, and I am partly colorblind too.
yeah. But when you ran the clip, then I could immediately, of course, you saw the bodies as it turned around. But I struggled with this one when I looked at it. Now I can
Well,
see it because you
look,
told me what it
it's not
is.
a problem. It's not a. It is a problem, okay. Anyway, because it's nice to see
Yeah, for
colors,
me.
but you're totally colorblind. You're black and white. You see, black and white. Grays. You see grays, or
Yeah.
you have you are colorblind on reds and greens.
Yeah, reds and
There are
greens.
also other forms.
Yeah, because now I can see it because you told me what it was. But when I first flipped through to slide number 2 for me, then I struggled with it. But I don't struggle with your
with this
art.
one.
But yeah, I don't struggle with your art. I struggled to see the two bodies. But now, of course, I've seen them moving, and all I could see now is the two bodies. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
The movie
amazing
helps you to understand the
yeah,
bodies. That's
what
that's
what
and
your
this is
brain
why
does to you.
yeah, and this is what I'm trying to do, because what I was saying before about the filter, that we are the filters as refractions, it's you can see what's going on through this, exactly through this refractions of our minds, of our projections of reality that we see, and we are trying to transmit and share with others. And we are like walking bodies like that, transparent bodies. And it also, I like this series now philosophically, because it has to do also with the term of how transparent you are, how dirty or not you are also, you know.
Right.
Like there are people, like when we talk about politics, I think most of the politics, but not only, is dirty people. I mean, people who are do anything for money or for
Mhm.
power or something like this. And it's, for me, it's dirty. Their job is to serve the people, to serve the people who voted for them. Not only for those who voted, because if they're prime minister or president, for all the people of the country. And I think they're not doing their best job. So you see that, and I will do it also from when I will create not the erotic void, but other works, because I will continue with the style.
Right.
um, I will play with politics also. I will try to show that there are people who are dirty, that not all the part of them are transparent. So I think this metaphor of transparency and refraction is really nice,
Yeah.
theoretically and philosophically, I think.
Shall we run the film again because it's
Yeah,
really
yeah. Of course, I see that it's the quality is a little low, but okay. I will show.
yeah
I will post it on my Insta. Will show is better, and
yeah. We
all
just
the social media.
let's run the clip again and
Yeah, yeah.
people can make their own minds up about it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful piece this way, or
Thank you.
I like it when it moves, because when it moves, it adds life to it. This is very beautiful the way
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sits,
yeah. It's
but when it moves, it's sort of like it's alive.
yeah. Well, you know, the motion, the films, etc. They give another dimension to the image. They give the dimension of time,
Right.
which it's always helpful to understand what it is about when it's because look, this actually, if you ask me what is this, this is actually digital sculpture.
Mhm.
But it's digital sculpture that the environment has important aspect. It's part of the work. It's
Right.
not only the sculpture. like we see in the physical life,
Right.
it's also the environment, because it's based upon the theory, the philosophy I told you. So this took some time for me, because you can see that in their heads, the upper part, it's a little different than the down part. It's
Right.
if you look, there are some yellow lines. I wanted to show that the part where the head and the ideas and the mind is, those are a very important part for me. And I believe also because it's erotic void, it's about
Right.
eroticism and uh, um, companionship and love and all those that
But before we go
it
into
is.
before we go into the next one, the one we were just on, how many of the no the other one? There you go. How many of these will you make as a digital art form for somebody, or how many will you sell as a digital art?
This work.
This one particular. Like if someone says, "I love this piece," how many digital reproductions will there be?
Well, I have three. I have two sizes for prints
Okay.
that have limited editions. One
Okay.
has 12, the bigger, and
Right.
the bigger is 80 centimeters to 60, I think, something like that.
Okay.
It's got 12, and I have smaller that I produce by myself, that are 99, and they are
Okay.
much cheaper. But I always have one edition of the ASEC,
Right.
but it's only one. It's bigger and it's quality production with plexiglass. It's always
Right.
one.
Right.
I always say this is what I call original art, the unique ones.
Right.
Those
Right.
are the originals.
Right.
But
This is
this one,
gorgeous.
and we can go to the next,
Okay.
this one. Look, and it's behind me. Here, this guy here behind me. I'll show
All right.
you.
Hold on a second. Let's do this.
And we have this. We
There
have
you
this
go.
light.
Very cool.
Okay,
Looks like a
thanks.
bird.
Sorry.
It looks like a bird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really.
Yeah, it does. Well, I mean,
It's
you
look. It's the same artwork, right? It's based on the
right.
same artwork. But this is something that I haven't done for a long time. It's physical, of course. It's a
Right.
collage. I
It's
yeah, I printed because I have a printer which is can produce A2 uh, outputs, which is like
right.
about 60 centimeters to 40. It's those that I sell, like the prints, the limited edition, 99 editions. And
Right.
I printed those. I took two canvases. I painted the black, and on the black canvases I start to I cutted the pieces, because the lines help me to cut off some
Okay.
pieces and put them together, and with a special glue I started to play with. I really loved it. You cannot see from here or on the image how nice it is.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
looks
nice, but
beautiful.
I'm not going to sell this. It's a test, actually, but I'm just trying to tell them, to tell the people that. And you
I think people would I think someone out there would buy that. I think it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Oh, I'm
I
not
think
Yeah.
selling
Because
this. I'm not selling
because
this.
because it's a test. That's why people want it.
I'm not
It's
selling
crazy.
this. But I will
Nah,
probably do this
right.
you're an
one more
artist.
time
You're an
in
artist.
a unique canvas. Because look at the problem. You can see it in the middle. I don't like the line.
Oh, the line in the
Oh,
center. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
The in between. I should have started from there, from the line, so that. But the canvases were okay. I can put them closer a little bit, but still, it distracts me from it.
Right.
If it was all together one piece, it will be beautiful. And I think, because this is, I tell you the dimension is 120 to 80,
Wow, it's
and
big.
yeah, it's nice size, but I will make it bigger. I will make it
Wow.
this one and the other first one we saw, the red one, the with a girl.
Right.
I will do them 150 to 1 meter.
Wow, that's going to be a
uh,
beautiful. That's a
I
big
will do
piece.
them when I come back from Athens. And but I have to tell you that I I did something that I haven't been done for a long time. I sat and I played with the real thing. I mean the physical, because there are many times that I sell an artwork that I don't see it because I don't produce them. They are unique. They are produced in Poland,
Right.
and they are so we need to save time, because they need 3 weeks to produce the DSEC, the unique pieces.
Right.
And the client already is waiting, so that it cannot come to me and then I send it. They will take at least 2 weeks more. So
Right.
we send it immediately from the producer. We always know the quality. They always send me also images, and we have profiles that we always work, and we update from time to time. They always send me back some tests if we change something. So I know how it's going to be produced, but I
Right.
don't see them. I don't see them, and it's really nice to see your work. Like, I mean, because okay, it is this digital live. We see them on the monitors, but it's different thing to see it like this.
Right.
And I'll tell you something. They say that the metaverse and in real life, like something different. Both are real life. The metaverse,
Right.
the digital life, is still real life, but it's this kind of life.
Yeah.
It's not a parallel world. It's the same world. You can be faking somebody on the internet, but you can be faking somebody in the so-called real life.
Right.
And everything that happens on the internet, it's based from the real life that we know. I mean, cheating scams, or meeting people, or working. Yeah, a lot of people work now from the
Yeah.
internet, and it's very nice.
Yeah. Look at us. We're working right now from the
Exactly.
internet.
Well, I sell artworks like this.
So for us, it works out really well. So we're
Yeah,
all
so we
good
can
with it.
see some close up of this, because when I put the glue, which is a medium, an acrylic medium, it
Right.
is really. I have a glossy one. It is really, really. Can you show David the next one? It's really
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
on the acrylic, on the canvas. Also, you can see on
Ooh,
top
pretty.
left,
yeah,
it's canvas, and this is called mixed media. Actually, this mixed media, and it's because it's totally mixed media. There is 3D, digital 3D. There is printmaking, because I printed it. There is acrylic, so it's mixed media. I will call them
Right.
mixed media.
yeah.
So
To
next
me,
time
it looks
probably
like
you will see the final ones, or one. I don't know how much time we'll have, because I'm so prolific. I finished a work today that we're going to see later. I'm doing
Right.
this technique. I'm gonna perfect it to the top. You'll see, because I love it so much. When you have passion with something, you go to the top. This is the only way you can go to the top with something, to the
Right.
maximum. When you fucking love it,
Yeah. I agree.
yeah.
and it works with everything.
But to me, when I look at this, it looks like what is it? Shattered glass, broken ice, chemtrails, slow motion objects moving across the heavens.
Well,
You know,
this
it's
is well the black part. They actually, I did it because it's the erotic void. It's the
Okay.
metaphor for the void, the black
Okay.
parts. That's how I thought about it for the collages. But collages is something I really wanted to do for a long time. And I don't know why they didn't. Because I think that there is a time that you do something. Actually, you have to wait for the time. You
yeah.
cannot push
Don't
it.
force things. No, don't force things. It'll
No,
happen.
exactly,
For
exactly.
things happen for a reason. You know.
I believe so. Also, I believe
Yeah.
so. And I'm going to perfect those collages as well, because I have tried also other things. They didn't work so well. I think this works quite well. It's really interesting.
It's beautiful. All
Well,
this, the new, all
yeah.
your stuff is beautiful, and we know
Yeah,
because we have one here. But
which
this
is
is
very
beautiful.
biased
Yeah.
because
Well, we like your stuff.
No,
we're
I
both
think that you are honest.
lucky enough to we're lucky enough to own pieces from you, Adam. So
Yeah.
we're slightly biased, and we love having you on the show, and
Come on,
and digging into all this stuff.
Well, see, my
guys, come
piece
on.
that
I
you
am
is
good.
okay.
I know it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, he's like, I
But
already
the
know
good,
I'm good. You don't have to
but
tell me.
but I tell you something. The good ones don't take all the fame. The good ones, they don't take the money. The promoted
Right.
one they take.
Right.
It's like this. But this
Yeah,
happens also for a reason, like David say.
Yeah. But no, your stuff is beautiful and gorgeous, and anyone that's
Thank you.
lucky enough to see it or own it, that's a mitzvah. That's a good thing.
So you can, David, you can. There are also you can see other close-ups from this from the
Oh,
other
very
side.
pretty.
And here you can see, because there is a part in the middle, and this is the because my print, which is 60 to 40, ended because it's much bigger. But I was worried about how, because no, if it's collage, it doesn't distract.
doesn't matter. Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't.
This is collage. It's however you want to put it
Exactly.
together.
okay, I don't want, you see the line that it's not totally perfect, and sometimes I'm perfectionist, but sometimes at the end, which is the down part, I started to be a little, because I knew it's not going to be final work, it's a test. I started to be a little more fast. I started to be, and I played with imperfections, and I really like them also.
But the two frames themselves, I mean, you can still do collages as big as the two frames, but and the gap between the first frame and the bottom frame could be part of the collage as well visually.
I know,
You know?
but in this case, I don't think I wanted this actually,
Yeah,
but in this case,
yeah,
somehow it didn't work. I don't know. I didn't. There's a feeling. I think that this work, maybe in other work, it will work, but in this one,
yeah.
it needs a unique piece. And also, I think it needs bigger. This is
Yeah.
120. I want to do it 150. I want to make
Yeah,
it big.
I think this one large. I mean, really large, hanging on a wall. Mwah. I think it's going to be beauty.
150
This
is quite
this is a
good.
hotel lobby. This is a corporate
No,
building
my
behind
house,
behind.
my house entranceway. I'm not. I give a fuck about a hotel lobby. My house entranceway. So the bigger the better. Come on, let's go with the program. So, but that's a gorgeous. That's a gorgeous
No, but
piece.
you know what I mean, though, Stephen. If you go into
Yeah.
a hotel lobby and this thing's hanging there, while you're waiting to get your bags all sorted out, I mean, you're just going to drift into it. I remember we had when I first moved to The Hague, the post office in The Hague itself had a complete Escher drawings from beginning to end. They went from one
But the
wall to the other.
original.
No, it was all reproduced on the walls. It must have been
Okay.
20 meters or 25
Yeah.
meters all across the whole of the back of the building, and it was just amazing. When you see something that big, it's
something. What happens already? There are many digital artists. There is one, Refik Anadol, who's great. He's probably he's the most famous, right? The most trending. But in my opinion, I will say it because I will say he's good, but he's not that good to be shown everywhere now. He's at MoMA. He's everywhere. He's not that good. He's
he has to
working on
move
AI.
out so you can move in. You mean?
Sorry?
So he has to move out so you can move in. So you
No, I'm not saying about that. The work is perfect from visual point of view. It's like from a 3D guy, it's like particles coming out, and it's mostly abstract, like colors, like moving, like waves. We could do this, and it resembles. I thought at the beginning it was 3D, but he called it AI, and it's really, really everywhere. The problem with the AI artworks, and I thought about it, is that they lack depth. They lack the depth of meaning somewhere. I mean, this work up to now, maybe it's a sign of the times. We don't we don't need meaning. Okay, we don't need meaning. Then why we should be living? Just eat, drink, shit, and the meaning would be money, money, money. Don't work, don't do anything. Just have parties, girls, boys, and drinks.
But that's part of it, though, right? That's part of what the problem is today. Is that that's part of the problem is we don't have meaning.
Yeah, we have a meaning crisis. There is a Canadian philosopher who is devoting his life into this. His work is called Meaning Crisis. Yeah. We have a problem. We don't have meaning, but you see it on the arts too. And I say that the work of Refik is really, really beautiful. It's very good, but it's not that good to be shown everywhere. It's like the top number one right now. No.
Right.
No, it lacks the meaning, and AI lacks the meaning because we want to work less and rest to be done with something automated. And there's also another trend now, the generative art, which is abstract. It's totally meaningless. Totally, it's random stuff. You just put some numbers with code, but the buyers are buying it. Look, I think now, but it's a long time before, but that the market of art has nothing to do with art. Nothing. It's just a market.
The market.
I sell this. I buy this. I sell this. I promote this so that I can buy this in better price. And that was NFTs. And NFTs have fallen totally down. We can see that the prices are totally down.
But what's interesting about art is if you have, like, you're a better artist than the gentleman you brought up, in my opinion. Biased or not, right? My opinion, you're a better artist. It all belongs to who has you in what collection, who your manager is and how you get your global publicity. And if you get that, all of a sudden you explode, so to speak, or you do something like a Banksy, right? His stuff is interesting, but does it deserve to go for millions and millions? I don't personally know. I think it's very nice,
Exactly.
but it doesn't for me.
And even the philosophy behind it is shallow.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's not.
And
I think. I'm sorry to say. Okay, I'm biased, but I have to defend my stand. What I
right,
talk to you about transparency,
right.
it's got more depth than, and
Yeah,
I could be talking more about it. It's not. I can put it, describe it, put it in the AI. The AI will bring me an essay about it. But
right,
that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm doing art, okay, to live as well. But I'm
right,
gonna live anyway. I'm gonna survive anyway.
right,
But it's not my goal in my life to survive as a rich guy from
right,
art. I want my goal, at least with my profession, but art, it's not actually profession. It's really, really part of you. When I was doing this, I couldn't sleep. My
right,
eyes, maybe you can see it, my eyes, I was, I couldn't see, I couldn't cut anymore, but I wanted to finish it because I had the glue. You're working with stuff
right,
that you don't want to waste also.
right, right, right,
And I say, okay, let's finish another part.
right,
But I loved it. I had passion to it, and I really felt it that it was really, really right to do. And ideas were popping up in my head all the time. Oh,
right,
next time maybe I can do this and do this and do this. Not only from the part of technical, because the technical part you will find it. You will experiment and experiment. The thing is about the theoretical part, the psychology and the philosophy behind it.
right,
Because if you're doing something, and we have created a world which the art is meaningless.
right,
50% of the people are buying abstract art. Abstract art is meaningless. Okay, not all. Some have got the depth of the colors, but few. We
right.
know it.
But
It's
that's the
just
point,
color. And for example, David has a problem. He
right?
is colorblind.
He's
The
colorblind. He
color.
can't see.
You
But the
see
other, the, but the other issue with the art though is it's all subjective. But yours has
exactly.
passion, feeling, and soul. So when someone takes, and I truly believe this. When we talked about some of the shows, when I buy a piece of art and I hang it, you
Look,
can
but I
feel
don't
the
want to be
passion and the soul.
misunderstood. I don't want to say I'm great and you guys are shit. No,
No,
I am
that's true.
talking
No, you're
generally.
great. You're great, and the other
No,
artists are
no, no,
shit.
no.
No, I think it's
No,
a
no.
good
This is
statement.
this is really serious. I'm talking
Okay,
generally. It's
right,
what I hope that art has a role, and artists they play a role in the
right,
society. We are we should see things. Paul Klee, a very famous Swiss painter at the beginning of 20th century, he was also a teacher at the Bauhaus, my favorite one.
right,
He was saying that artists are the trunk of the tree. They take from the soil, and through them they create the leaves, the flowers, the fruits. So we
right,
are a kind of translators. We are observers. We need to observe the life, not do stuff for fucking money. Okay,
right,
I understand the value and the need for money, but I also understand things that are done for money. You know,
right.
it's obvious to me.
But your art has the passion in it. So you see, yours is a little
Many
different.
people
You
have
do it
passion,
before.
but they have to
Yeah,
put
but
some
yours
level
is
of
different.
depth in the work.
Right.
We need more depth in our
Yeah.
lives. We have to
Yeah.
understand it.
But most people don't, and that's the issue. So like
Well,
the artists that we were
you
speaking
know
about
what I
before, they
hate?
don't.
I really,
Huh.
I'm getting furious because when I'm going to Twitter, and those guys the new artists that came up with NFTs and now with the
Right. Right.
AI, most of them they are saying at the statement the same thing. I am creating AI so that to show or to gab the digital, the metaverse with the real
Right.
world. Or the worst for me is that the symbiosis between the machine and the humans.
Right.
What kind of symbiosis? Does the machine lives? It doesn't
Right.
live.
Right.
It's not alive. What's symbiosis? Symbiosis is a Greek word. It means
Yep.
living together, co-living.
Oh, I
They
agree.
are saying things without understanding what they are saying.
That's because most people don't think about what they say. A and B. Most
We
people
are
are sheep, and they
uneducated.
don't do it.
We are
Yeah.
uneducated.
Yeah.
We have created a society of uneducated people.
Yeah, morons. Yeah, basically. Full
Well,
stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why they are voting for things and doing things that we see.
yeah.
well, we hope
Because they
that
don't
people
think
that are
anymore.
listening and watching this show will give people something to think about.
That is
That's
what
all you
we're
can,
aiming to. Guys,
that's
I'm
all you
sorry
can
that
do.
sometimes I am, like
We love it.
exploding,
No,
but
we want
I
you to
have the
be like
passion
that.
for it.
Yeah.
That's
we know.
what I'm saying. Your art has passion.
We know
I
you're
have
passionate.
passion as a person, in
I know it's
general.
good. It's
This
good.
is
We like
probably
that.
this is
And
probably the last one of the collage, I think.
yeah,
Um,
and so
did you? So after this one, we have a movie which nobody's seen, a little clip, but we also have a special piece of art which we're going to be producing pieces of merchandising from.
Oh, very cool.
All of which will be limited edition, so there'll only be 250 of each size that will be made if it's made in various different sizes. And I love this.
Yeah, this one's phenomenal. I like this one.
Yeah, I just loved it because yeah.
it's an old work. It's from 2012. It's
Okay.
called The Headache, and it's
Yeah,
what I said
definitely.
that we want for the viewer to create them headaches, but for a good reason, so that they
Right.
say, "Oh, what the guys are trying to tell us." Maybe they are trying to tell us
Yeah.
something interesting, something more deep than
Well,
usually.
I
But
didn't know
it's
what it was called because I didn't look at it. But so for me, it looks like one of my brain farts. It just
yeah, but
Uh,
it can have also exactly different interpretations. So that's why
yeah.
I chose this. And this work is our work here it's the work of the show. So we're gonna use it already on mugs, on T-shirts, on bags, right? Maybe.
Yeah, actually, it's a whole
That's
load of stuff
gorgeous.
coming out. But
Yeah.
I only had it today, and I've got. I think Vicky's going to help us. Vicky from Social Intercourse is a fabulous graphic artist. I'm hoping she's going to help, produce some bits and pieces because that's not really my forte. But yeah, we're going to get as much stuff into the shop as we can. So, and
And
people
this belongs.
be able to click either to click on your name or to click on the name of the show, and it should take them straight through to the merchandise connected to this.
Yeah.
So, and the
And
links,
you
of
can see
course,
the
where will they be?
broadcast that we are
Yeah, links will be
in
below.
exactly. And also for I still do it, but for a very very long time, all my models had closed eyes. And this is because
Okay.
to think deeper you need at a point you need to close your eyes, don't look only from the visual and shallow part of the reality, and try to think deeper, because since the universe, God, or however we call the big guy, the guy that we all belong to, has given us the ability to think deeper, because we know the depth exists. I mean the depth, the mental depth, right? Since it
Right.
exists, we should go for it, guys. Come on.
I agree.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, like I say,
It-
it wasn't a headache for me. This one, it was definitely my brain fart. When I looked at it, I thought,
Yeah, it can be
"That's
brain, but you see, it's broadcasting.
it's yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happens to me. I have an idea and it consumes me, and then and it washes over me as well. So yeah,
This
there you
one
go.
just is very beautiful. In fact, this is actually going to be the shot we use to promote the show this week, because this is gorgeous. This is what people
Yeah.
need to see. Not our faces, but this is gorgeous.
No.
Our
We've
faces
got.
too. What, we are good-looking guys. Come on.
Well,
I
that's
think.
true, but
Well, thank you. I think just as sort of rolling into the very last section, the autumn beams of the show,
yes.
autumn lights of the show. We have one called "Dance Under the Orange Sun," which literally was still steaming so hot off the press it was when you sent the email to me, and we just managed to get it onto the show. I don't even know, Adam, if you've watched it more than a couple of times since you made it. So this really is something really quite new and exciting.
It's totally new. It's few minutes before we opened the
Right.
show. I just created it.
Yeah,
But it's on the
Is this a
same
movie?
style.
Is this a movie, or is this is it a video, or is it a painting?
It's a
Yeah,
video.
it's a little
Oh,
clip.
cool.
A little clip. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll run the clip. We'll go through a few things with you, and we'll run the clip again, just so people have a chance to see it. So this is "Dance Under the Orange Sun."
Very cool.
Yeah, the
Wow.
same music, this generic music for me. Uh,
It's a very cool piece. It's a very cool piece. I like that piece. That's very nice.
I've implemented something different that there isn't in India, and this is not erotic void. Although eroticism does not exist only between two people. It exists in general. If you have passion to something, it's erotic.
Right.
If you love doing something, there's an erotic relationship with it. That's what I mean when I call passion.
Right.
Either it's passion for life, even it's passion for a person, a friend, or even sometimes an object or something. People collect things like stamps or coins or cars or whatever. They love them. They have an erotic relationship with it. But it's not going to be in this series. This one.
Yeah.
This is probably the one that I said that the bodies of refraction.
Right.
So
Can we
it's
go
kind
to
of
a,
refractography in a way.
can
But
we go to a white screen, Stephen? So we're not on this one, and I'll run it again because it's.
We can go to. We can try. I had it on the screen, but we ran it into us. So sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Try it again.
Okay. We'll just see what happens.
yeah, and this one,
Beautiful.
for example, you can see that there are lines, but there are no lines on the background.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
taken them off from
Is she
visualizing.
revolving around the globe, or is that orange globe revolving around her?
She is actually, well, technically she is turning around, but I wanted to say something that I forgot. Wait. There's so
like
much to talk about
right.
this series. It's really nice. I'm
Is
I'm
this
really
the
digging
first?
this.
Is this a new series? This one, the
Well,
Dancing Lights one.
it's they belong everything that we see here except the one for the show
Right.
because it's old one.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's the
one
void.
technique, one the same philosophy behind because the it's refracted bodies.
Yeah.
I have tried also more abstract stuff, and I think by the time abstract things will also come up, uh, also animation and also prints. But with abstract, I'm a little uh, uh, not sure yet. It's
Right.
I'm reluctant with that. It's I'm in between. I like to show something abstract. It's totally everybody can interpret it totally in any kind of way. For me, it's kind of an easy way, to create artwork. I'm not saying that the abstract art is. Please don't say it's difficult kind of form of art. And again, I'm saying again that I'm not downgrading and not saying nothing about the artist. The artist should do what they want.
Right.
I'm just saying that we need more depth and meaning into our lives, and as artists, we need to help with that. So this is I'm
Yeah,
closing with this.
well, I'm sure there may be some people looking at your work and they feel that it's abstract as well.
Oh, it's not
Because
abstract. Abstract
they
art,
can't.
it's abstract. It's that you cannot even see forms of a body.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Oh
there
no,
is
but the
semi-abstract.
way that you
Sometimes there are
that you
semi-abstract. Those are
yeah
semi-abstracts a little
yeah
because there is a body. There is the orange sun. But if the name didn't point to it, maybe somebody will think it's something else, like a globe you
Right.
said, or something else. But it's still they're open for interpretation. And I'm open for comments in my social or here.
Right.
What they see, if they see something else,
yeah.
I have changed the view of my works because some people have told me things about them. Really,
Right.
because I tell you, there are. I've told it in other shows that there are forces in us, in everybody of us, that work uh, without our consent and without our choosing to have them, because it's the voice of nature. We are products of nature. Nature is using us. We are using our bodies. The bodies die. The
Right.
bodies and the identity die. The essence doesn't die. That's why I said yes and no at the
Right.
beginning.
Well, the good thing is
Well,
your art will live forever, and that's the important
yeah.
thing. It's
Yeah, and,
absolutely
and the
gorgeous
same
stuff.
the same happens with the artworks. You see, there are metaphors and patterns everywhere. Even artwork has a depth. It's like a human. There are humans with depth, with education, that they impress us with a kindness, with a depth of their personality. Education. They have a lot of things to say. They open your mind. They intrigue you. They're becoming, inspiration to others.
Right.
It's always, for us, the artists, when we have interviews, the first question is, what's your inspiration?
Right.
It's important thing, where does inspiration come from? It comes from depth. The depth is inspiration always, because we are looking for depth all our lives. Of course, we need first to survive.
Right.
But look, as we can see the evolution of our species, we have managed to survive, and now we can watch films, have parties, make art, play, all those stuff. And now we have created AI, and hopefully AI will do all the work, and we will only enjoy and get depth,
More depth.
give more understanding of our nature,
Right.
and evolve it.
Yeah.
Because nature wants this from us. It's our duty. I believe that.
Do you know what's going to evolve next, gentlemen?
The end of the show.
The show.
Oh, we had a full show today.
We had a great show. Every show with you was great. So before,
sometimes we let it roll on like today.
So before we say goodbye, a couple of things. One, you can see the link for the merch is below. Two, this is a world premiere of art that no one's seen yet. So on the live show, it'll be rebroadcasted in a couple of days. So by the time it was rebroadcasted, it may not be a world premiere, but it's still stuff you haven't seen. Don't forget to subscribe and like. You can catch Adam on Instagram, on Facebook, or you can catch him here. We will be back for all the people in America in a fortnight. For everyone in Europe and the rest of the planet, you know what that means. I know. We're back in a fortnight. We're back in a fortnight. So once again, everybody in America, look it up. But we will be back, and Adam will be back.
It's going to be the name of our new show. That I think we're back in a fortnight. Also,
we're back in a fortnight. Yeah, it's very good. Adam, as always, it's a pleasure. Fascinating. Love the work. All of it.
Thank you
absolutely
much,
gorgeous, and we're your biggest fans, so love it, and keep doing it.
You're biased, but it's okay.
We're all bias is okay. We're all biased. Yeah.
All.
Good to have friends like us to be biased.
Gentlemen, have a great day. We'll see you all very soon.
All right, cheers.